Oh, hey, welcome to the show. I'm here out flying drones down in southeast Colorado, annoying those ranchers down there. I hope Rick Enstrom's watching. Yeah. All right, welcome to the show today, guys. We got an interesting show. We're going to talk about the eruption at Taal volcano in the Philippines. Yes, that erupted last weekend, January 12th. So we'll talk about that and how to help those folks out and, what's going on. I will play some footage of what's going on over there at the volcano. Right now, it's pretty quiet, but it's still a lot of tremors and small earthquakes. Um, but boy, it dumped a lot of ash all over Luzon. Hey, let's welcome Mitch, old guy in the drone, AZ drone dude, Steve Mack, Alberto Loyola from Florida. All right, we got two guys from Florida. Alberto, what part of Florida are you from? Mitch, old guy in the drone, is from Melbourne. All right. Who sent me a message? Somebody sent me a message. Oh, okay. So we've got some people that I've sent messages out, and hopefully I could get people that want to come on. They can come on if they want to. Uh, so I've got the link. So let's make this a good show. If you watched Greg's show last night on Oz by Drone, he put out a link to help those folks out in the Philippines. Hey, Mel, welcome to the show. Victorian Aerial Vision, VAV, is here. Timeless Truths, welcome to the show. Yeah, that would be nice if Greg would show up. You know what I'll do? I will send him a message. Okay. If I spell it right. Come on the show. Here's the link. Oh, you are watching. Well, here's the link. Greg, come on in and you could be part of the panel. Great. Greg is watching. Uh, Jody, welcome. Yeah, I got that psychic thing going. So that's what's going on from what I've been hearing. There's still potential for another big eruption at Taal. Uh, the last time it erupted, the eruption lasted for 7 months. So it could be active for quite a while before it kind of dies down a little bit. Okay, Mel, go out and have your smoke. Okay, so that is what's going on. Uh, So what I'll do is I will share this screen real quick. Okay, and then I will start it. Oh. So that is what's going on. You're watching a time lapse of the volcano, and this is on January 12th. And you're watching it just getting going. This is on January 12th. Look at that. Look at how it really started getting going. And oh, wow, it's really belching a lot of material. And probably the reason the camera is shaking is probably from the earthquakes. So what I'm going to do, yes, that is true. I will. And look at how now it's really starting to pick up. Oh boy, look at that. Okay, we'll stop that. Okay. All right. So Greg, I put a link if you want to come on. What I'll do is I'll send you an email as well. Greg Kunert. Okay. Well, okay, good. Greg finally got it. All right, so it looks like Greg got the message and he will be joining shortly. Also, Mitch, I sent you a link if you want to come on. Doug Ertel, welcome to the show. And here's the live volcano. If you want to go check that out. So that is what's going on. Greg showed some video of, I'm so glad the horses have been brought back ashore. And welcome, Greg.
Hello.
Hello, Greg. And
Earth to Art, we have made contact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me give you an update. In fact, I'll go and have a look at how the fundraising did overnight. There's been a few emails come in.
And I pitched in a few bucks.
I saw. Yep. Where is that? Here we go. Is that the folder? Alberto's. Let me get a spreadsheet and I'll just put the last couple of bits there. Sydney Gage, I've never heard of that person, but they've helped out as well.
Good.
All the way from the United Kingdom. So let me chuck that down there. 634.19. So the total, we've almost reached 20,000 pesos. It's 19,078, which when you convert that to a currency people can understand.
Uh-huh. Well, if you divide that by 50, that's
Roughly by 50, yeah.
yeah.
And we get to a number of $372. So what does that mean in real terms? I like to keep it really simple, convert it to how much does it cost to keep a person fed? And about $1 a day will keep a
Right.
person fed in the Philippines.
Mhm.
So we've fed 372 people. And I showed photos yesterday of the basketball court, the Amadeo Municipal
Right.
Hall, where people are in there and sorting out clothing and whatnot.
Hmm.
So that's where all of this is going to happen, and we'll distribute some food to help people out. There are many other people doing this as well,
Good. Good.
but it all
Good to
helps.
hear.
Yeah. So my family will do that probably Monday or Tuesday. They'll go in and spend a day out there.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So the volcano itself is fairly quiet, just mostly tremors, belching a little ash here and there.
Not so much ash at the moment. There's very little ash activity at the moment. It's mostly other gases like sulfur and carbon dioxide. So we've
Yeah.
got a lot of climate change going to happen
Yeah, a
as a
lot of
result
climate
of the
change going.
volcano. If that's one of the things that you think is real or not, whatever, there's a lot of carbon dioxide coming out of that.
Yeah. You know, volcanoes spew out more carbon dioxide than all the world's carbs just in one activity. And
Yep.
yeah.
So I'm just having a look at the website where the Phil Volks,
Uh-huh.
which is where the list of the latest earthquakes are. So there was one at 7:55 this morning is the most recent one in Batangas.
Right.
That was only a small one, which is nicer. We had a 3.8 magnitude earthquake at 6:56, and you keep going. Tagaytay had an earthquake at 4 o'clock this morning. What I will say, just having a look at that list there, it's quietened down today, which is kind of
That's
nice
good
as
to
well.
hear.
Yeah, there's been a lot of road damage. Obviously, with the earthquakes and the fissures
Right.
that have been opening up and splitting things open in some places, I've heard of fissures. I think they said one was wide as bigger than 30 centimeters, a standard ruler
Right.
in a road. I can't remember exactly how much it was now.
Hmm.
What else can I say? The animals, they were initially left on the island because people are needed to initially evacuate to get the humans off the island
Right.
first. They've
Yeah.
definitely come back and
Yeah.
taken care of some of those animals, but I was a bit frustrated by some of the environmental groups that were saying, "Oh, the poor animals, the poor animals." Well, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I
let's
was kind of waiting for that to happen to hear
let's
about
get
it.
the priorities correct. If you had
Yeah.
a choice
That's,
between 10
mm,
horses and a
yep.
few people dying, which would you prefer to rescue first? And
Yeah.
you know, anyway,
Hmm.
not that we don't care about the animals; they're definitely there, but it's the
Hmm.
secondary consideration, I think.
Hmm. Hey, Tater is in the chat. Welcome, Tater. Well, that's good to hear. For those of you who don't know, Tagaytay is a town that's near the northern end of the crater of the lake. If you think of Lake Taal is inside a volcano.
A bigger volcano.
That's right. And inside the lake, there's a volcano. And
But
there,
hang on, before you say that, Art, you've got to think of the whole island ultimately came out of
yeah,
the sea. Think
uh-huh,
of the entire island as a big
yeah,
volcanic thing from years ago, whatever,
right.
which has a lake in it.
Hmm.
Actually,
Well,
no, sorry. Yeah. You've got the whole island, which has a volcano, which in it has a lake, which in it has a volcano, which in it has a lake, which used to have an island inside it. So it's
yeah,
like the babushka doll of
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's not a babushka. It's matrushka.
I call them
Babushka is a
babushka.
grandmother.
That's what
Yeah.
they call them over here.
Well,
Anyway, um, power's back on. Water is stable as
good,
of yesterday.
good. Yeah, I
Internet
talked
communications are up.
to some of my ex-fiance's family, and they're getting their power came on a couple of days ago, so it was good to hear about that. And
Mm,
their well, their water is back, which is really good to hear.
yeah. As I'm just going to look at some webcams over there, see what I can see. I know that.
And to let everybody know, the Philippines has over 30 active volcanoes, and the Philippines has over 7,000 islands. So,
That's my family's property where
oh,
that
okay,
used to be a,
swimming pool.
well, it used to be, it's now a lagoon or a swamp.
Yeah. Hmm.
So,
Oh, Rick Halber, welcome, welcome. And also, uh, you think, well, ash, that's a bad thing, but actually, if you take that ash and you heat it up, it really makes nice glass. It's a green colored glass. That's what the people did after Mount St. Helens erupted. They took some of that ash and they heated it up and they made some really cool looking uh, green glassware.
there we go, just turning on a fan.
And depending on what minerals are in it, could be more than just green.
Yeah, so that pool that I just showed you a picture of, as I said, our family built a property there. It's a small little motel hotel thing, and at the moment you got a couple of foot of ash at the bottom of the pool, and they don't know how to get
Yeah,
rid of it yet.
that's gonna be fun for the filter units to.
Well, how do you? Yeah,
You'll have to get like a wet
I think
bag.
they're going to pump it out. I think they're going to pump it
Yeah,
out.
that's probably yeah. Hmm. And how about the sewer system?
There,
And
what sewer system? There's no sewer system there. They've just got trenches that have
yeah,
water going somewhere.
that's true.
Yeah,
Unless unless you go to James Tanner's subdivision where he lives, they actually have a sewer system.
yeah. So that, yeah, they still got septic tanks on the
Yeah,
farms.
yeah, mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, the septic tanks are going to be pretty screwed up. Or any or the if they have like cisterns, that's going to be pretty messed up as well.
mm.
Hmm.
Anyway, if you can do me a favor, I'm not in the YouTube chat. Actually, I can probably get back there. I was going to post that PayPal email address just in case a couple of other
Yeah,
people
that
wanted
would
to
be
chip in.
wonderful.
There you go. Yeah, a couple more would get it to that magic number of 20,000. It doesn't mean anything different. I mean, 1,000
Yeah,
pesos not a large amount of money, but I guess it's just that psychological. We made it to
right.
anyway. I'm looking forward to going over there in April. So my
One,
sister-in-law is getting married,
oh, good. That's super.
and we booked tickets before all of this happened.
No,
And in fact, what's the date? I'm going over there on the 8th of April. So there's going to be some Oz by drone from the Philippines, definitely.
wonderful. Are you going to take your drone with you?
Bloody oath.
Awesome. Get some. You know what? You ought to go.
And am I going to fly over the volcano?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you ought to get together with James Tanner then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go over, visit his place, and
What does he fly again? I know he flies a drone. I think it's a Mavic of some
no,
sort.
he's got a Phantom 4. I'm not sure if it's probably a Pro, but I don't think it's a version 2. But he
Mm,
got the one with the built-in controller,
mm.
and he had some problems with it because the controller wouldn't charge up, so he ended up having to get a new controller when he was back in the States, and he brought it with him when he went back to the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. But he's got a pretty neat property there. If you've followed his videos,
Yeah, I do have a look through them. Yeah.
I watched his channel from almost day one. I think I was a month or so after he started building, but it's really interesting to see how they build homes there in the Philippines,
Yeah, yeah.
and how
Uh,
you really have to be on site and make sure that everything is going correctly.
because it usually isn't.
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, after it was completed, they still found issues, but they were minor.
Building codes. What's a building code in the Philippines? A building code is how much money you pay to the local
Right.
town certifiers.
Right. Yeah, you gotta get permission from the barangay uh, chief, and you gotta get all the permits. And there is a building code. It's got to be sturdy enough to withstand typhoons and earthquakes and volcanoes.
Yeah, I'll just share some photos that my family have been passing through to me. Some of these have come from Facebook, but that
Oh, wow.
is just black and white,
Yeah.
covered in mud. And when the volcano was actually erupting, pardon me, our family were outside their property with a hose while the water was still on, and people were driving down the road, and they were just washing people's windows because they couldn't see where they were going. It was raining mud.
Right. Right. And last year, Mount Mayon erupted.
Mm.
And that's over in the Camarines region of Luzon, way over to the east.
But it's currently sitting at level 2, if I remember
Oh,
correctly, at the moment.
that's good.
Yeah. Trying to find any other messages. Meralco, which is the local energy company over there, they said they were working on it as soon as this happened, but days later they finally show up and get the power on. It was really frustrating that they
Yeah.
just lying to people.
Yep.
But there, what else have we got? Oh yeah, the generator we got for the family.
Oh, good. Good.
So while, you know, supporting your family, you just don't ask questions about it.
Right.
You just do it. But
Yep.
I'll share with you that
Mhm.
picture as well. I've got it here somewhere. Or I did have. It's disappeared. I've got the user manual for it. How many of the people have in the chat have ever been to the Philippines? Give us a 1 if you've been there before.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm hoping to go back in February of 21. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go this year, but I just didn't have the funds to do it. But things are looking pretty good for me. Got a nice big raise at work, and got my housing situation in order, so I'm good there. And now overtime is is coming back, so that's really going to help. And so I could take care of a few bills and get ready to go. My next trip is going to be a pretty extensive trip. I'm going to Mindanao to visit my girlfriend and my goddaughter. She's in Davao City, so I'll be going there, and then I gotta
How do you
go.
find the safety in Mindanao compared to Luzon?
In the big cities, you're fine. If you don't go down darkened alleys. You just gotta be smart about it. Kind of like here in the States. Don't go into bad neighborhoods. Don't look at
Mm.
go to sketchy places. Stay in areas where there's a lot of people. Just put your wallet in your front pocket
Mm.
so you don't get pickpocketed. Um, Most of the problems in Mindanao are towards the interior, over in the autonomous region where the Muslims have
Mm.
control over there, and that's where you have to worry.
Yeah.
A few months ago, there was a Brit and his Filipino wife were kidnapped, and they were pretty well-to-do people. They owned a resort in the Philippines and owned several businesses,
Mm.
and they got kidnapped while they were opening the driveway gate to the resort. So they think it might have been an inside job because they caught them, or they knew what their schedule was. They probably cased them and watched them. And they said, "Oh, they arrived at a certain time. That's where we'll be." And but for uh, good news is they've been rescued. The national police rescued them, so that's the good news.
There are
It
some funny stories of things that are unusual over there as well. There's something that I eventually want to publish as a video. Hey, Mitch,
Greg, how are you? Art,
I'm
how you doing, my
spectacular.
friend?
There's a video that I do want to publish one day, and I just have to get around to it. I just don't. Do either of you use Final Cut, or are you Windows people?
Windows, use
Mitchy,
Premiere Pro.
yeah.
I use Filmora.
I want to work out how to do the kind of the emoji head on someone that's in video so that it moves around and follows him and tracks him
Oh,
without
right.
really
Yeah.
complicated, slicing up of this video and keyframing too much. The reason is there was someone who broke into our family's property over there probably a month or two now ago,
Right.
stark raving naked.
Ooh.
He took his clothes off on camera, and I've got all of this on camera.
Oh,
And, I want to include a fig leaf in the appropriate places, but I want to eventually share that video.
this
But I
month.
just don't know how to do the fig leaf tracking.
That's normally done in After Effects,
Okay.
which is a whole separate program.
Okay. Well, I don't have that. I don't use Adobe
Yeah.
stuff. That's, yeah. Anyway.
Phil with the small keynote.
Oh,
You can do it in the editor, Greg. If it's and it's complicated to do, but you do it by keyframing.
yeah. That's keyframing
And
is just too long and too slow.
it is, especially if it's jigging all over the place. If it's just a smooth move from one place to the other, you can do it with keyframes. But after that,
Yeah. Mm.
Well, in your case, it'd be a small jig.
surely you're not talking to me, Art.
No, he's talking about the person in the video. Anyway, but that's one of the more funny stories out of the Philippines. I'll share with you a not so funny one.
Uh,
I was one of the earlier days when I went over there. I was visiting, and I was with my wife. We were staying close to Manila,
uh-huh.
and I think the next day we were going to catch a plane or something. We were going to another country, and early in the morning, I wanted to get power to go and charge up all of my electronic devices. And we had a power board from Australia, but we didn't have an adapter, and the hotel didn't have an adapter. So I said, okay, I'll go to the local 7-Eleven, which is just a couple of blocks away. But on the way there, someone ran up behind me, and a gold chain that my grandmother gave me when I was 21 years old, I had on, and I'd never taken it off before then, ever. And they snatched it. I assume they had something that allowed them to cut the metal very quickly and pull it in one maneuver. But yeah, lost, gone.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not going to stay here. Art, I just wanted to, when I saw you mentioning it briefly, I thought I'd drop on and
You have
share that.
LumaFusion.
LumaFusion.
Yeah.
Googling.
There you go. You got that?
Okay, I'll have a look at that.
Okay.
I don't have it, but I can investigate that.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming on and giving us the lowdown on what's going on over there. Glad to hear everything is kind of settling down for the moment, because we can never tell with volcanoes.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, the happy news is that family is 20 k's away, which is roughly the same distance that James Tanner is.
Yep.
We're kind of northwest. He's kind of, I think, east.
There, yeah.
Yeah. So both of us are kind of 20 k's away where our family are, but
And
outside of the danger zone.
he's got a small mountain kind of in between Taal and them to kind of brush
Shield.
the ash. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you looked at his video footage when he took
I don't know that the mountain really helps though, because
it's true.
it goes up very, very high.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Ron,
Okay.
it's only $19 for iPad, which is probably $70 Australian.
Oi. Okay.
I,
I'm going to bail. Thanks, Art. I'll catch you later. I'll be watching in the background.
for
See you
coming
guys.
Good to see you, Greg.
today.
See you. Bye.
Bye. All right, now it's us two, Mitch.
All right, here we are.
You
Deja vu, Art. This
You
is
don't have to worry about volcanoes. You just have to worry about hurricanes.
hurricanes. Yeah. No, we're nowhere near the ring of fire here. That's for sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
We have sinkhole. We have sinkholes though,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and they can get you to those
Yeah,
sinkholes.
they could pop out at any moment. You could be
Yeah,
driving
I mean,
along and all of a sudden, boop.
you know, underneath Florida, underneath the whole state, is an aquifer.
Yeah.
And there was a TV special that was on years ago. I saw it where the scuba divers actually went down into the aquifer and swam like a great distance, and they followed them from above ground, and they were over the top of them all the time. And they were, you know, they're standing in a gas station, for example, in the middle of a town, saying they're right down there below us. And every so often, you know, there is an opening to the surface that comes up
Yep.
in a little spring or a little pond. But what happens is when we get periods of real bad drought,
Oh,
the
yeah.
levels in the aquifer go down,
First come down and then
and that leaves big gaps under there. And You know, you'd be people are sleeping in bed in their house, all of a sudden, boom, down they go. Cars get swallowed up by these things. It's always something.
Okay, Ron wants to know the temps. Oh, we're in the upper 40s today. It was right around the upper 30s this morning when I left. I went out to lunch today. Treated myself to a really nice lunch. Went to the Fresh Fish Company. I don't know if you saw the photos I posted on Facebook of the yummy food that I had. Uh, they have a deal where on your birthday, 10 days before or after your birthday, whatever your age is, that's the discount on your uh, entree.
Wow,
So I got,
man, they'd almost have to pay me to eat there.
yeah. So I started off with the calamari, which was so good and so tender. Oh man. And they gave you two different kinds of dipping sauces that were just, and I nearly ate every one of those. I'm like, oh man, I hope I get uh, finish the main course. And what I had was uh, herb crusted or herb grilled tilapia with a mango salsa, and
Wow.
it came with a little side of looked like green chili. Oh God, was it good! It was fantastic with mashed potatoes and coleslaw. I'm not coleslaw either, so that's the only thing that didn't get eaten. But and then to finish it off with the chocolate raspberry surprise. God, was that good?
Man, you're
That's like,
killing me, aren't you? You're
yeah.
killing me. No, that sounds great.
Ron says, "Oh, I guess they're." Yeah, I was watching you on Rodney's show this morning. That you guys were down below zero last night.
Holy, hey, Ron moved to Florida. It was 75 here today,
Mm.
but it's going to get cold. We got another front coming. It's too windy to fly. I wanted to fly today.
Uh,
It was a gorgeous day, but it was blowing like 20 gusting to
right.
more than that. It's just no fun flying in that kind of
Uh,
wind. But
Dang. And then after lunch, I went over to MicroCenter to get some uh, computer components. I had a coupon for a free. I could get a free 32 gig SD card or a thumb drive, and I wanted a thumb drive so that I could put an operating system on, so I could run an old PC. And the reason I went is I wanted to get a power supply for an old HP A6200, and I want to turn it into media center. And you run it using Kodi, which is like a an
yeah, I'm
energy.
familiar. I know what that is. Yeah.
Okay. So if you have an old crappy computer, don't throw it away. Just repurpose it, and you put the Kodi on the flash drive, and you just boot it from that.
Have you ever heard of Plex? Plex.
No,
Plex is a open source, it's a free software that you
right?
download, and it is a media center, but it's unbelievable. And I took an old computer and I installed, and it runs under Windows. So I took an old computer and put Plex on it, and it does everything. It goes out to the internet and gets all the artwork for you and all the metadata. So if you
Yeah. So
copy a movie onto your hard drive, it comes up looking like Netflix on the
yeah,
Plex
the
screen.
Kodi
And
does the same thing. Yeah.
and Plex has apps for virtually every device known to man. So if you have a Roku box
Right.
or
Yeah, I got a Roku.
yeah, you can run the Plex app on it. But the cool thing about the Plex app, if you join, and it costs, I don't know, maybe $4 or $5 a month. If you get a membership, you can actually connect your Plex server to the internet, and then from anywhere you are, you can stream directly from your own Plex server, just like you'd stream Netflix. Or if you have family or friends, you can make them a user so that they can then stream. So I've turned out and my I have a huge collection of movies that I've downloaded over the years and music,
Right.
and my each of my kids can now get on to the to this server just like they can Netflix. So
Right.
I get emails from my son, emails from my daughter. Hey, Pop, can you download this movie? Can you find that movie? Then I go onto the internet and find it, download it, stick it on the Plex server,
Cool.
and they can see it. They call it Dad Flicks.
Dad flicks. There you
Yeah.
go. Hey, let's welcome Ten Toes and Gerald Barnes.
How you
Welcome.
doing, guys?
Yeah. Uh, Greg says he uses Infuse for media stuff. Cool.
I hadn't heard about that, but this Plex is free unless you decide you want to have other users access it. If it's
Right.
just you, if you're the only one that's going to use it, you don't need to pay any money.
Right. Hmm.
But I get my kids to foot the bill for the
Right.
annual subscription for the Plex server, and then they can. But I mean, it's terrific because when you load up the app, it goes out and gets all of the artwork,
Right.
the metadata, so it categorizes it for you, and you can
Right.
search by any of the different categories, artists, director, genre, anything that you want, and it's pretty widely used,
Uh huh.
and it's free.
And Greg says Infuse is
It's
free.
just free too. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to
Yeah.
look at that. But it doesn't take a really powerful PC to run it. So if you got an old PC, you want to put a big hard drive connected to it so you can have a big media library.
Oh,
If indeed that's what you want to share.
right. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I found this channel where I got the idea to put Cody on because I found this old HP computer in the dumpster here at my apartment.
You've been dumpster diving again, Art.
And well, this was several months ago, and it had a four.
I have a mental picture of
Well,
you
luckily it was
climbing over the top into the top of the dumpster with your legs kicking up and down like this.
no, it wasn't quite that bad. I don't even think it was inside the dumpster. I think it was like right next to the
Oh,
dumpster.
okay.
So it had a 400 gig hard drive, and I thought, oh, cool, I could use this as an external drive. It worked out great because I was having some storage issues. And, whoever had this PC didn't know shit, didn't delete anything. And I looked at the files and I go, nah, nothing interesting there. So I just reformatted the drive, put in a closure, and used it for an external drive. Hey, Bob Casey, welcome to the show.
Yeah, hiya, Bob.
So yeah, I mean this channel shows you how to repurpose old computers, and I thought, cool. And they even had one video on how to install Android on a PC, and I thought, wow, that's kind of interesting. I bet that would be pretty fast if you had like an older dual core or a low end quad core. That'd probably be pretty zippy. And it wouldn't, instead of using Wi-Fi, you're hooked up to the Ethernet, and that would be even faster. So that'd be interesting. And this guy shows all kinds of interesting things to do to old PCs rather than throw them away. And plus, I was thinking about the Philippines, and they have what's called a buying box. That's return to home, and you can fill up a big box. Doesn't matter how much it weighs. It's just one price to ship it to the Philippines.
Oh,
And
really?
from here in Denver, it's about $150. So if you fill up a box full of mostly clothes to help folks out over there, or books, or say you're moving to the Philippines. This is what James Tanner does. When he comes back to his home in South Carolina, and he goes, okay, what do I need in the Philippines that I can't get there, or it's too expensive there, that I could pack away and ship it there? And that's what he does.
How big a box can it be?
Oh God, it could, maybe 12 by, or not 12, 24 by 24 cube.
Oh, not a big wooden shipping crate or
No,
anything like that. Oh, okay.
but when you wrap it up, you got to really wrap it with a lot of tape to make sure it doesn't, you know, pop open. And some,
Make a glitter bomb out of it.
or cover it with saran. That'll prevent people from trying to open your box before it gets there.
Have you seen those videos with the
Oh,
glitter bombs?
yeah, poor pirate picks up
Yeah, oh God, those are funny. Those guys, the MIT guy makes those things up. They have fart spray and glitter bombs and
right.
and iPhones all around with the cameras recording and
Right.
transmitting. So, you actually see everything that's going on around this thing.
Well, lately I've been watching mouse traps. I'm like
I
going,
don't know what that
oh
is.
boy, some of those are interesting.
I don't know what
Uh,
that is.
where they put a bunch of pop bottles on a wire, and the mouse would get on it, and it'd roll off into a bucket of water, and they would,
And I'm certain that they get like 18 million views on those
yeah,
videos. Oh
very.
yeah.
I like the electrical one.
Rube Goldberg mousetraps.
Yeah.
There's a name you don't hear very often anymore. Rube Goldberg.
Hmm.
You know what that is? You know what a Rube
Yeah,
Goldberg? Yeah,
mouse trap, the game. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's a machine that does everything the long way around.
Hmm. Well, I like the one where they they take a wooden board, and they make a electrical grid, and they hook up a car battery to it, and then they sprinkle it with food that the mice like to get, and they get curious, and they're trying to get the food, and they climb into the thing, and once they hit the bottom, then they go.
And the animal rights people aren't up in arms over these
Yeah.
things. I'm surprised that Google, even that YouTube doesn't deem those things inappropriate for some reason.
Right.
Yeah. only only conservatives are inappropriate. Anything else is fine.
Yeah.
We don't care.
VRV, the Johnsons, welcome. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the great thing about YouTube, is there's just all kinds of stuff on there. So it's been warm, but it's been windy down there.
Yeah, yeah, it is. And where is where is Lloyd tonight?
Yeah,
He's conspicuous by his absence.
yeah. I sent him a link. Oh, I
Uh,
like this one that Rogers electrify weenie to kill a wasp nest.
I hadn't seen that, but wasps are there's open season on wasps.
Oh,
That's all right. You can yeah. I chase them around. I got that spray bomb thing that shoots the stream out. You know, I get them. We
oh
get a
yeah.
lot of them down
Now
here. They
when
make
it's
nests
off,
everywhere. Yeah, they make
they
nests
come
everywhere.
around. Oh, let's get that bald Jewish guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are out for trying to get the bald Jewish guys.
Yeah, yeah, especially wasp.
Yeah. Hey, I finished the Brent Nunley drone.
Oh, good.
I got everything figured out. Got it all finished, and other than I ordered a better camera. Remember, I told you I had a
Right.
junky camera. I ordered a better camera. It's coming tomorrow, but
Wonderful.
I did figure out everything that was wrong. I got a GPS. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. We
Oh,
may as well talk about drones. Consider this is Art Goes
oh
Drone
yeah,
channel.
it is.
Here it is.
Oh,
It's completely done. I 3D printed a uh, a new camera mount for the front. See it?
cool.
And a
Wonderful.
3D printed the HD camera mount for the top,
Right.
and got a GPS.
Right.
It's on where is it? It's on the arm.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute, where is it? Everything's backwards.
Okay.
Wait a minute, it's right. Where's my finger?
I don't
Right
know.
there. There it is. See it right there.
It's-
So it has a GPS rescue now. So if
Right.
something happens and I lose my visual or flies out of range, it'll turn around and fly back. So anyway, if Brent's watching, there you go. That's all ready to fly. I'm hoping to fly it tomorrow
Okay.
if the weather
Well, I
gets good.
wanted to show you.
You see what We RV says? I need a 3D printer to print myself a life.
Yeah.
The problem is if you try to print a life, it'll take 2 lifetimes to print. So
Yeah.
you're still stuck. It takes anytime you do the 3D print, it tells you how long it's going to take. This was going to take 6 hours. This was going to take 3 days and 8 hours. This was, and then it gets to be 3 days and 7 hours, and the printer screws up, and it doesn't
Right.
finish. It never screws up right. It never screws up at the beginning of a print. It always waits till the last 5% when something happens. You have a power failure or something goes wrong. Murphy's law.
Well, I wanted to show this real quick. I think you'd get a kick out of this. Uh,
I'm waiting. But there.
Alrighty. Can you see that? This is on
Yes, that's it.
propertyroom.com.
It's on who?
Propertyroom.com. This is an Ishin drone,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's got everything: controller, batteries, charger, goggles,
Case. Yeah.
and it's set to go on the auction block anytime now.
I wouldn't buy it, Art.
No?
No. I mean,
Okay.
even for $100.
Oh.
There's so, with FPV drones, there's so much that you don't know about what you're looking at there.
Yeah.
You just don't know. First of all, I can tell by looking at the radio that it's a very cheap
Yeah.
radio. And
Right.
I don't know whether the goggles are any good. I don't know whether that drone has got any kind of up-to-date flight controller in it, whether the motors are any good, whether
Right.
video transfer. You just don't know. And the problem is if you get something like that and you pay a couple $100 for it, you're going to end up spending a couple $100 probably to get it
Right.
working. And then what you've got is $400 invested in something that's 5-year-old technology. So I would just be very careful
Yeah.
about something like that. you're better off spending $150 to $200 if you want to try out FPV and
Right.
getting one of the new all-in-one kits. Or if you think it's something you're really going to like, then invest in a decent transmitter and a decent set of goggles,
Right.
because you could probably always sell that if you didn't like it and get your money back. Or like Brent, give it to some nice deserving person
They're like me.
like you or me. Yeah. You already got too much. You get too much for nothing. Unbelievable.
Oh,
Lucky Charms, man.
I still got. Oh man, I got these circuit boards for guitar effects. You know,
Tater asks, when buying FB equipment, how old is too old? Well, anything older than, say, an F4 processor on a flight controller is too old.
right.
They're still using a lot of F4s and F7s. I don't know what happened to 5 and 6. They never seemed to happen. But the newer, and they come up with new versions of Betaflight every month. They have upgrades to it, and the support for anything over a couple of years old is just the developers just aren't supporting that kind of stuff. Just like
Right.
Microsoft isn't supporting 10-year-old Windows. Well, the FPV stuff develops 10 times faster, and
Right.
so if it's got an F4 flight controller in it, it's probably fairly recent and probably worth having.
Cool.
But you can get into this for and get some pretty decent stuff for a reasonable amount of money. You don't have to spend $1,000
Right.
to try FPV. You can
Right.
you can buy a terrific radio for $100. The Tyrannus QX7 is a terrific radio. It
Right.
might be all the radio you might ever need. $100. Goggles, that's a personal preference kind of thing.
Yeah.
But to start out, you can get a pair of goggles for under $100 that
Right.
will last you until you really decide whether this is something you're really serious
Right.
about. And you can, for $100, $110, you can buy yourself a complete, ready to go little whoop.
Yeah, I saw that on Amazon. They have an Emax that has the goggles, the controller, and a little whoop, and for like $120. And I thought,
Yeah. The
That might
the
be something.
Emax Tiny Hawk 2
Yeah.
is a great little, and that drone, you could take that drone outside, throw a 2S battery on it, and rip it around like it was a 5-inch quad. Bob Casey said, how much was the drone? I didn't build it for he said, I built for Brent. I didn't build it for Brent. Brent gave me most of this
Yeah.
because he tried to do the FPV and didn't have, for some reason, he couldn't do it. So he gave away everything he had. He gave some stuff to
Wow.
Rodney Bell, to Mel, and he gave me this in pieces, most of what I needed. And he said he wanted it to have a good home. So I went ahead and
Well, we
got it
all
all built
Mel
and flying.
pieces.
But a drone like this, Bob, would be with the camera, the VTX, the frame, the controller, and the ESC, and everything that I've got in it, there would be about $350.
Right.
Tento says, "Do you really have an 8 behind me, or a green wall?" I love it. I mean, I just love that. I love it. Yeah, Tentos, it's a real monkey, and there are times when he jumps into my lap, and I'm stuck. I just can't. I can't get around him. Where am I? I'm not even in there. He's obliterated me, Art. Let me hold on a second.
Well, he's kind of got the chin whiskers like Lloyd has.
Yeah. Where am I? Where am I? I know I'm under that monkey somewhere. Oh, there I am. Okay, here I am. There we are. Yeah. It's a green screen. Yeah. It's a green screen. It's a green screen and a 1.5 minute loop
Right.
of a monkey. And if you watch them carefully, you can pick up where the loop starts over again.
Right.
Yeah. I have to get something for the other side of the room.
There you go.
Another animal.
Well, I've got a pretty busy night tonight. I'm going out to the club and watch one of my favorite local bands having a birthday party there for me, and my sister and my niece will be there, and some friends from work and some friends from all over the place are going to be there, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I did get some video from the restaurant this afternoon. I'm going to edit that tomorrow and upload it uh, I'll probably put it on both the Artco and the fishing channel that I have.
Cool. Look forward to it. Bob Casey asked me if that drone I just showed had a GPS, but yeah, on FPV drones under Betaflight, the GPS doesn't do what it does on a Mavic. In other words, this thing is not going to hold its position in the air when you let go of the sticks. You know, and it doesn't have all that automatic. It's a drone that you got to fly. The GPS is only set up as a rescue. If it fail safes, if you fly out of range of the receiver, it'll turn around and start flying home. But this particular won't land itself. It'll just fly, and at 200 yards away from you, it'll start descending. And if you don't start flying it again by then, it's going to just hit the ground somewhere
right
near where it took off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all it's for. And those GPS modules for the FPV drones only cost about $15. There you go.
Cool. Speaking of GPS, how has it affected you today during the military exercise? That was supposed to be this weekend.
You know, I heard I did, but then I went looking for the NOTAM, the Notice to Airmen, and the only one I could find was it said for February. It was going to happen in February.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen any inaccuracies at all in the GPS.
No.
Tater Rogers has got something up there. Found it, he said. What did Tater find? You see it in the chat there, Art?
No. You know what? I'm going to refresh real quick.
Where'd you go, Art? Art's gone. And it's just me. Am I still
I'm back.
live? Oh, there you are.
Okay.
All of a sudden, it was the old guy. It was old guy live show again. You know.
Yeah, because my chat line on the StreamYard was locked up. It wasn't. It wouldn't let me go down to the bottom, so I refreshed the screen, and it temporarily bumped me out, and you were the star of the show.
I mean, and it did it. I didn't know if I was until somebody in the chat said it's the old guy show. Yeah. The old guy does the show. Art gets the watch time. What a deal.
Yep.
What a deal. So, you know, now that I got 1,000 subscribers,
yeah,
I said, okay, boy, now I can stream from my cell phone on the YouTube app.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
No,
not unless you're an Apple user.
No, really?
No?
Is that? No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an Android user, and
there you go.
And I do it. I mean, I do it, and I mean, it's like, here, I'll try. I'm in the YouTube app.
Okay.
Okay, and I go camera, and it says up top, go live,
Right.
or record. So
Right.
I hit go live. I go live, and that message pops up, and it says, your channel does not meet our updated eligibility requirements for mobile live streaming. you can still stream with your webcam or broadcasting software.
Huh.
And I checked my settings and I checked everything and I looked online and I looked at the help things and I just, what do I got to do? And then so I tried a whole different phone.
Right.
Same
And
thing happened. I
same
deleted
thing.
the app and reloaded the app. And when
Well,
I started the app
try.
up, it said, "Do you allow this app to access your camera?" And your I said, "Oh yeah, everything, access everything, no problem.
Mhm.
I have no secrets." Okay, go live. Bang. Nope.
Well,
Any ideas? Anybody know what I'm doing wrong?
there is an app out there called MobiZen.
Well,
That's
I
what
know
I.
I have all those apps to go live, but I want to use the YouTube app, and I earned the right to do that. Damn it!
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
and no,
Oh my God.
and no,
Mm.
no. Bob Casey, FTC and YT. I don't know what that means.
I think you know what
Anyway, sometimes I wonder if is it me that I don't know what I'm doing, or is it YouTube doesn't
I
know what
think
they're
it,
doing?
no, you're the FPV guy, but you don't know how to stream.
Oh
Maybe
man.
you better get a hold of Mel. He might be able to help.
Yeah, Mel probably could help me. And
Yeah,
then I decided, well,
or
okay,
or Greg.
now I can post just posts in the YouTube stream and surveys and that kind of stuff and I see all these other guys that have 2,000 subscribers, 1,500 subscribers. They're all doing it. So I tried to do it. No, I need 10,000 subscribers, it says, to do that. So
Well,
once
there's
again,
Mitch.
special rules for me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Not that I
and
really want to do any of that stuff. I just want to know that I can, you know. Contact Dan at the room works. Yeah, Dan probably. Yeah, Dan's a
yeah,
wizard at that stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
I'll ask. I'll ask. I'll have to get in touch
yeah,
with Dan and see. But this business about the phone telling me that I don't have 1,000, so I looked at the account that it's listed to, and right there in the list of accounts that I have, it
yeah.
says
There
"Old
you
Guy in
go.
a Drone, 1,018 subscribers." I said, "Well, there,
Mm,
see."
mm.
So I find myself, I'm talking to the phone. I'm trying to reason with it, to tell it. You see, look, right there on your own screen. It says I got it. YouTube must count yours as a children's channel. Far from that. Oh, man. Well, Art, it's time to go out and smoke a cigar, my
Yeah.
friend.
All right. Yeah, I'm
I,
about
I,
to shut this
I
down and kind of relax before my big party.
Yeah, well, you have like the month-long birthday celebration, huh? All right, Art. Well, listen, thanks for the invitation.
Hey,
Always
you're
fun.
welcome.
And if you see Lloyd, smack him for me. Ask him where the hell were you last night? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, buddy. Wait a minute. I got. We may not have Lloyd, but
There you
we will have a remembrance
go.
of him.
All right. Take care, Mitch.
All right. I'll see you, buddy. Bye, everybody.
All righty. Well, hey, we did a little over an hour. We got an hour and 10 minutes. Hey, that counts for watch time. Uh, so just wanted to ask you guys about fly legal, fly safe, fly smart. Uh, just wanted to ask you guys opinion about doing a Wednesday show as well. I figured, I had so much fun doing the show last Wednesday. Maybe we'll call it Drone and Tech Talk. And we'll do a show on Wednesday night at maybe around, the same time as this channel. We'll go on at 5 that way, at 5 Mountain Time. I'm on before all the other guys' shows, and I think I'll get a lot more people to come in. Oh, okay, Thomas. Uh, but I'll still do the Saturday show. Uh, I'm going to try to get more guests to put on the Saturday show, but there've been a lot of events going on lately. We got the volcano, and we got Ranger. We're raising money for Ranger, and don't forget, let's help out Jeff Sills. Go help him out with his GoFundMe that Ken Heron has set up. So uh, yeah, a lot of stuff happening this week. So thank you all for coming to the show, and we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.